Reverend Jeffrey Kealoha, Ryan. A very deep, abiding connection with love that lives within our most primary relationship. It is through this relationship that our lives evolve and divinity unfolds. When we are in conscious union with it, the way it is open for us is to live a life of grace. Reverend Jeffrey Kealoha Ryan is currently Minister of Community Development at the Center for Spiritual Living in Greater Las Vegas. He believes in healthy communion is built on our ability to connect deeply, live consciously, and love fiercely. Reverend Jeffrey passionately co-creates opportunities and facilitates experiences for people to develop and deepen their consciousness, their personal connections with the divine and with each other. So it's my pleasure to welcome Reverend Jeffrey.
Good morning, Riverside. What an honor and a joy and a pleasure and a privilege it is to be here with you this morning on this beautiful day. The sun is starting to come out a little bit more. As we were remarking as we were leaving the mission in this morning, it's like, it feels like a summer here this morning. It feels really good with the mist and the coolness and just the love that is present. And so we're very excited to be with all of you this morning. It is truly an honor. So thank you for welcoming us into your home, into your house on this magnificent day. So this year, Centers for Spiritual Living is working with an overall theme called Values-Based Living. And this month, the theme is Love as Safety. And today's topic is, it's up there, the love that lives within. So that's what we'll be exploring today. And you've already heard it spoken several times here this morning through the invocation and then through the song Use Me. But where does the love live? What is the love? What's the love? What is the love that lives within? God, right? God is the love that lives within. So you've heard it already this morning several times. And I'd like for you to hear it from Ernest Holmes as well. This is a fancy science moment here. If you look at the back of the Science of Mind, there's these wonderful meditations that Ernest wrote. And so the one I'd like to share with you, the first one I'd like to share with you this morning is called The Circle is Complete. And this kind of sums up, or it kind of paints a broad picture of what it is that we're talking about this morning. The circle of love is complete. It comprehends all, includes all, and binds all together with cords of everlasting unity. I cannot depart from its presence, nor wander from its care. My love is complete within me. The love of God binds me to itself and will not let me go. I shall make a home for you, O my wonderful love, and we shall journey through life hand in hand. I shall sit in your presence and learn the wondrous things you will tell me. For you are God. Love sits within me. And love does sit within us. And love lives within us. And so that is the love that lives within. And so what I want you to know this morning is you are loved. You're loved. Absolutely. You are the beloved in whom God is well pleased. You are not only loved, but you are love itself. Hear that. You are love being. You are God being. Love itself made manifest in, through, and as you. Every fiber of your being, every atom of your being is pure love. It is the presence of God. That is who you are. That is who you've come here to be. That is what you have come here to express. Love. So you, each and every one of you are the beloved in whom God is well pleased. You are the beloved in whom I am well pleased. Say it out loud. Affirm it for yourself. I am the beloved.
I am the beloved.
Say it again. I am the beloved.
I am the beloved.
One more time. Really feel it.
I am the beloved.
Now turn to a neighbor and tell them you are the beloved.
You are the beloved.
And turn to another neighbor.
You are the beloved.
And another neighbor. All right. You are the beloved. So we're feeling the love in here this morning. Yes. All right. So in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, the Word was God, and that which God did not create was never ever created. And so what we also know is that God, another word for God, is love. So in the beginning was love. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with love, and the Word was love. And that which love did not create was never ever created. So therefore everything, everyone, all of manifest creation is the embodiment of love itself. Yes?
Yes.
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 And so this love then is the love that lives within. It's the still small voice that speaks to us in the quietude of meditation. It's that loving voice that we hear as divine guidance when we're quiet enough to listen, when our hearts are open enough to hear. In the book The Shack by William Paul Young, he writes that life is a little bit of time. Life takes a little bit of time and a whole lot of relationship. Life takes a little bit of time and a whole lot of relationship. And so our primary relationship is our relationship with the divine, is our relationship with God. This is our one primary relationship. And every relationship that we have out in the world with each other is an expression of this relationship that we have with the divine. It is the divine moving through, in, and as each one of us. It is the divine. It is you, it is me. It's everyone sitting in this room, everyone outside of this room. Everyone who ever was, whoever is, whoever shall be, is loved. And so when we have this, when we turn and focus our attention on this relationship, and we live from this relationship, life unfolds as grace. When we turn and develop the relationship with God, and focus our attention there, developing our relationship with the love that lives within us, the perfection of God has a vehicle through which it unfolds as our lives. And this is liberation. This is liberation. This is freedom. And so there are times when if we're not feeling free or we're not feeling the love, if we aren't experiencing the love, we're forgetting that we're worthy of love. And we don't even have to do anything to be worthy of love. We're worthy of love just by simply being who we are. And so if we are choosing to live life as though we were unloved, we are placing false limitations upon ourselves. And forgetting that we are loved, forgetting that we are the beloved in whom I am well pleased, when we forget that, then we begin to live a life in a false idea of separation. That there is something other than God, something other than self. We forget the who of who we are. And in that forgetting, in that separation, that is where we begin then to experience the possibility of anger, the possibility of lack, the possibility of limitation, the possibility of evil. When we are feeling separate from that which created us, separate from that which we are, but can we ever truly be separate from that which we are? No. We are love. We've been brought here as love, as the divine expression of love. And so we can never ever be separate from it. It is our false idea that we are somehow separate from it, that we are somehow independent of it, that leads us astray. And so it's about a returning and a remembering and a returning and a remembering of the who we are. And who are you? I am the beloved in whom God is well pleased. I am the beloved. All right? Say it again. I am the beloved.
I am the beloved.
Absolutely. So Ernest Holmes tells us that there's a power for good in the universe and we can use it. There's a power for good in the universe and we can use it. And this is absolutely true. I'm not here to dispute that. And what are we using it for? Are we using it to seek God? Or are we using it to seek the goodies? Right? Are we using it to seek God, or are we using it to seek the goodies? Because when we begin to use the law, we begin to use this power for good in the universe, why don't we use it instead of manifesting the new car, manifesting the job, trying to manifest the relationship, trying to manifest anything? Why don't we begin to think about using it to deepen that relationship with God? Seek first the kingdom of God, and all things are added. Yes?
Yes.
And what I would say is seek first the kingdom of God, and all things are added. The relationship, the love relationship, the intimate knowing of the divine. The kingdom of God. And so when we seek the kingdom of God and nothing else, all things are added. So what I would invite you to do is in your prayer practice, begin praying not for the goodies, not for the stuff, not to manifest or demonstrate. The only thing really to begin praying for, the only thing really to pray for, is God realization. The realization of the one life living through and as you. Pray for the realization of God in life, in your life. Pray for the understanding of God, the understanding of your unity, the understanding of your oneness. This is what I invite you to turn your prayer to. Because when we get to pray this way, we open out a way for your prison splendor to come forth. We more consciously align ourselves with the one. We enter into a holy communion and we tabernacle with God. We build a deep, intimate relationship of trust, of faith, of knowing, of loving. And so in your prayer practice, what I invite you to do is I invite you to pray for the realization of God in your life. I invite you in your prayer practice to release any idea of separation, to release any idea of fear, to release any idea of condemnation, of blame, of shame, of guilt. And turn and focus on the love that lives within, the God presence that lives within. Pray for a deeper union, a deeper communion, a deeper understanding of that. Because when we are focused on our fears, and we give rise to that, and we speak to those things, and we speak to, I don't have the right relationship in my life, so I'm going to pray for it. I don't have the right home, or I don't have this, or I don't have that. We're really coming from a place of fear. We're coming from a place of lack. And if we're coming from that place of fear, then are we really trusting God, or are we really putting faith in God? If we're coming from that place of fear, to the degree that we hold on to the fear is the degree to which we are not trusting God, is the degree to which we do not know the depth of God's love for us. And what I know is that God's love is absolutely unconditional. It's absolutely unconditional. It's without bounds. It's limitless. It does not force its will upon us. It does not force, it does not coerce. It simply loves us wholly and completely. And the way to know that is to develop that deep, deep, deep relationship with it. The God of your understanding here inside. And so I would invite you, I continue to invite you to a deeper knowing, a deeper idea, a deeper understanding of the love that lives within you. Of the power and presence that's right there where you are. And we can do this through prayer, as I've just mentioned. We can also do it through the practice of visioning. Visioning opens out the way. It gets our small ego selves out of the way, where we edge God out, ego. Where it gets our small ego selves out of the way and opens up to a higher idea of our lives. A higher idea of the expression of love through our lives. And so we sit in open receptivity to the highest idea, and we ask, and we commune, and we go within, and we listen. Reveal thy will. And the beautiful congregational song that we sang earlier, use me, oh God, here I stand. Command my hands, what must they do? This is a deep devotional practice of listening. Deep listening. Being on the receptive side of life. God being the infinite giver. Love being the self-givingness of the God. And we sit open and receptive. And then from that place, we then speak our word into the creative medium, into the divine law. But the word that we're speaking then, and giving into or placing into the law of the creative process, the word that we're giving, that's then received by the creative medium, has then come through what we've received already. It's come through the Spirit as us. It's come through that deep listening. And so then our prayer is informed by Spirit, not by, I want a new car, or this is what my house should look like, or this is what my relationship should look like. I have a very limited idea of what those things are. But the idea of God mind around those areas of my life is infinite, far greater than I could ever imagine for myself. And so I open up and allow and listen. And then speak. We can do this through contemplative meditation, through spiritual practice, through journaling. All of our spiritual practices lead us to a place of greater communion, greater union with the divine, with the infinite. And when we live in this knowing, in this communion, in this holy union, if you will, then we begin to live by grace. God's grace is thy sufficiency. We begin to live in the flow. If God is omniscient, omnipotent, all-knowing, all-powerful, and everywhere present, God already knows what I have need of. What am I telling God that God doesn't already know? Right? What am I telling God? It's like, God, I need this. God already knows I need this. Right? But if I'm in alignment with the divine, if I'm in alignment with my higher self, if I'm in alignment with love, if I'm in alignment with truth, that I'm communing with God, God knows what I have need of, and it's God's good pleasure to give me the kingdom. It's God's good pleasure to give me the kingdom. God withholds nothing. But I'm not seeking the goodies, I'm seeking my communion with God. And then all that I need, all that I could ever want, all that I could ever desire is then given to me. Not based because I'm petitioning some Santa Claus God. No. It's because I'm standing in truth, I'm communing with the beloved within me. God is not somewhere out there. God is right here. And so it's an internal work. And so this afternoon, we'll be doing a workshop called Living from the Inside Out. Your life, you're living it from the inside out, regardless of whatever it is you're thinking or doing, and how you're behaving, showing up in the world, and what's happening for you, is a reflection of what's going on in here in your insides. So if we can clean that up, live more intentionally, live consciously, we have to connect deeply with the Spirit of God, connect deeply with love. Then we live consciously, then we can love fiercely. But we have to be willing to be quiet and still and trust God. Trust. And so, again, the back of the Science of Mind here on page 514, Ernest writes another meditation, be still and know. Be still and know that I am God. I am still in thy presence. I am quiet and peaceful, for I put my trust in thee. A great stillness steals over me, and a great calm quiets my whole being as I realize thy presence. The heart knows of thee almost high within. It is still in thy presence, and it puts its whole confidence in thee alone. In thy presence I am still. So the whole heart puts its whole confidence in God alone. Your whole heart putting your own confidence in God alone. The faith, the trust that God knows what you have need of and is always willing to provide, because love is who you are. There is nothing but love happening. And so we're able then to love fiercely. When we come into realization of this and we begin to live a life of grace, then we love fiercely. And what I mean by love fiercely is we love as God loves. We love each other as God loves. Remember, love thy neighbor as thyself. Thyself, capital T, capital self. Love the neighbor as God expressing, as God itself, as love itself. This is what we're called to do. This is how we're called to behave. This is how we're called to live. To love each other as ourselves and as thyself. To recognize the God in one another. To recognize that the person sitting in front of me is the beloved. Is love. And it is that love that beats one another. Be calls unto be. Love calls unto love. And it is the love that I see. Not the appearances of unskilled behavior. That's not what we're looking for. That's not what we're looking at. What we are called in this faith and this philosophy to do is to see past the unskilled behavior into the God being that stands before us, into the love being that is right there with us, present with us. Because God only knows God. God only knows love. Love only knows love. It doesn't know anything else. So it doesn't know any of you, this love intelligence that is back of all of creation, doesn't know you as anything but love itself. So there is no sin, there is no self-inflicted nonsense sin, self-inflicted nonsense. There is no self-inflicted nonsense. It only knows you as love. That's all it knows. And so how we are called to love. That's how we are called to be. And so we have the opportunity to practice compassion. We have the opportunity to practice forgiveness. We have the opportunity to release condemnation. You are God being. You are love being. You are the beloved in whom I am well pleased. How good it is to know this. How good it is to feel the love presence that beats my heart, that breathes me, that lives as me, and I as it. How good it is to sit in Holy Communion in conscious union. And then to sit or stand or be with beloveds. Because this is God expressing. To be with beloveds as God. To be with beloveds as the presence of love. And recognizing the presence of love right where they are, radiating back to us. How good it is. How good it is. And so we have this divine companion that walks with us, that talks with us, if we're open and willing. And so are you willing this morning? Are you willing to be in the presence of love? Are you willing to have a deeper conscious union with the love that is your being? Are you willing to enter into communion with it? Are you willing to have your life lived by grace, fulfilled by grace? Yes?
Yes.
So Ernest Holmes writes, I have an inner friend who walks and talks with me daily. He is not far off, but is within me, a constant companion. I shall never become lonely, for my friend is always near. I have but to speak, and he answers. Before ever my lips spoke, he told me of his love. Oh, my kind friend, how dear to me is thy presence. The Spirit within is my friend. Spirit within is my friend. So as you go forth from this day, from this place, do so in love. Remember who you are, that you are the beloved. Remember who you've come here to be, the presence of love made manifest. What a glorious, beautiful sight it is to be living. This deep, deep connection, communion, the divine of your being, and the divine of everyone who's seated next to you, the divine of everyone you meet. Truly there is only love, and it is love that lives within. And so it is. Amen. Ashe. Amen. And so let's come together in consciousness. I recognize that there's only one life, one love, one power, one presence, one infinite love and intelligence that brought forth all of creation through itself, as itself, and of itself. This one I call God, this one I call love. It goes by many names, but today I affirm the presence of love. And in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God, and the Word was love. And that which love did not create was never ever created. So what I know is the entire creation, the entirety of the universe is love made manifest. Everything, everyone, everywhere is the presence of love. And it is this love that is deep and abiding and unconditional. It is a love without bounds, without limits. It is love that does not force its will, but simply allows, it simply is, because it is love being. It is God being. And I recognize that this is the who of who I am. That I am made in its image and likeness. That the power and the presence of the one life, the one love, is my life now. I am one with it. I live in conscious communion with it, in conscious union with it, as it. And as I know that this is true of me, I know that this is true of everyone. And in recognizing the oneness, the unity that is here, present now, and always, I continue it in the first person, and I speak my word here now, recognizing that the divine, that there is only one. And I speak my word knowing that my heart is open for a deeper relationship, for a deeper communion, for a deeper understanding of the divine, of my life as the divine, of my relationship with the divine. That this relationship is the primary relationship in my life, and all things flow from it. My life is an example, an impartation, an emanation of the love that is, the love that indwells me. And this love flows out from me, through me, as me, into creation. And it is the love that I need, it is the love that I experience. The unconditional love of the divine. And standing in this love, standing in this place, I simply surrender any fear, any doubt, any limitation. I release them. And let them return back into the nothingness from which they came, for they are not the truth of me. They are not the truth of my being. They have no power. Thou couldst have no power unless it was given to God. And so I know that there is only one power, and that power is God, that power is love. And that power dwells within me, resides within me, and I have a deep, deep communication and relationship with it. And so I know that my life unfolds in grace and in perfect ways. I need not ask for anything because it has already been provided. God's grace is my sufficiency in all things. And so I simply know that God knows what I have need of, and it is God's good pleasure to give me the kingdom. So I seek nothing. I seek nothing. Simply a deeper understanding, a deeper relationship with the love that lives within. And I give thanks for this relationship. I give thanks for this love. I give thanks for the love that I am. I give thanks for the grace by which I live, move, breathe, and have my being. And I release this word into the divine law, knowing that it is absolutely done. It is absolutely perfect. It is absolutely so. And let it be. So it is. Amen.